me to whisper in your ear? If so, welcome to Wednesday Night Whispers with your host, the domesticated diva, Latasha Spring.
I'm here. I was just checking because I'm being told that from the invitation that we sent to people, the link that's in there, they can't get to our part two.
Same link. Yeah, it's the same link. If not, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, okay, because they say they clicked it, but it's taking them to the old video. So we'll just post the link in the comments.
Okay, but guess what?
We'll put it in the comments.
Yes, ma'am. Listen.
Yep, we'll put in the comments.
And nobody gonna stop this show because this lady right here is, I'm gonna say it again, she real. And the devil, they coming back. I see. Thank y'all for tuning back in. Okay. The devil is a liar. He is a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's trying to stop my show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, they wait for that right there because I am too. I'm waiting. But get back to the question. How do you feel about music? The internet impacting the music industry. How do you feel about that? Because as you know, Prince will not allow, even when he's passed, he doesn't want his music digitalized and on the internet. But how do you feel?
There's some pros and cons about the digital piece, right? So, when music was on CDs, and sometimes it still is. I think when Nicki Minaj released her last album, she put CDs in stores, but the difference is if I purchase the song, right, and it's in my phone, if I stop paying my bill to Apple Music, do I lose my music that I've purchased? You know what I mean? So you got that whole thing of like having the physical copies. Another thing is just the nostalgia of being able to have the CD with the picture and information, the pamphlet that goes inside. Because I still have, right now, every day when I open up one of my underwear drawers, I see my Destiny Child CD. When I go in my closet, I see my Brandy CD from 211 because it's just in there because none of my cars have CD players. But I cherish those things because those are memories. So it's pros and cons because with the music being digital, anyone can access it all over the world as long as they have access to that particular platform. Again, if it's a platform you pay for, though, then what happens to your music? I don't know how that works because I have Apple Music and I've never disconnected from Apple Music to know what happens. I think you can download it on your stuff, but what if I no longer have an Apple device? I can't listen to you know what I mean? I can't still be able to listen to my music if I don't have a MacBook and if I don't have an Apple phone. So that's the scary piece of like purchasing music these days because you can't pick it up and take it with you anywhere. It's just out there in the world in the cloud. Right. That's one of the cons.
And people can steal it too. Piracy, people can steal it too.
Yeah, but they put so many they put a lot of restrictions on that because I remember you could just go on YouTube and you can like do a cover of someone's song. But they've made it more and more difficult to do covers of people's songs on YouTube because you can get paid from your stuff on YouTube. At that time, back in the day, you couldn't get paid from it. So you can go and do whatever you wanted to do. But now that you can get paid for views and stuff like that on YouTube, the con is now you can't just go and do anyone's cover. The pro is the people who have made this original music, they don't have to worry about their stuff being stolen because there was a time frame where someone would come out with a song, people would go and make covers, and then you won't know who's the original artist. You know what I mean? Because people's covers were going viral.
Yeah.
So that's it's a delicate walk, but you got to just get in where you fit in with the times, and it is what it is. So I do like the access that people have because it's digital. Everyone, you can extend your creativity to further realms than if it was just in the store.
So have you used social media to promote yourself in these? Like I heard you say MySpace page, and your brother did that. But MySpace is long gone. So have you used any of these other platforms to promote your business?
Yes. So when I first came out as an artist, as a professional artist. It was over 10 years ago. It was a while ago. It was at a time where you still had to like print out flyers, print out your mixtapes. I used to print out. I used to buy CDs. I used to go to not Walgreens. I used to go to Staples and those type of stores, buy the blank CDs, burn my music on there that I in the studio, buy a digital sticker with the graphic on there. You still got to pay the graphic artist the same way you do now. So get a graphic made, put it on the circular thing to go on top of the CD, stick it on there. Get my pamphlets to go inside of the CD or inside the plastic sleeve, and go and pass out my CDs at big events all over Florida, Georgia, whatever the case may be. So I came out at that time where you still beat the streets. So back when I told you earlier that God always sent me people, I think it was just from the work that I did with the beating the streets, but also social media was already, out and well and thriving at that time. So social media is how a producer was able to hit me up. Shout out to Tracks, legendary. That's who first hit me up in the MySpace days to come and record a song with him. And one of the first songs that I recorded with him, it was a rapper named Jubilee, who she's at the time she had big songs just like Tom G, and they had a song together. But Jubilee, it was a track that he already had her rap on there, and I put my vocals on there. I think he wrote the hook. I wrote the verses. It was real. It was something I was going through at the time, so it just worked out. I didn't even know I would be a good songwriter, but it all just kind of, it was like spiritual. It just came to me. Like, he hit me up. I went to the studio. Didn't know him from a can of paint. I think we maybe talked like a couple times. They're scared to do that type of stuff. But went and we made music, and he was like my favorite and my main producer for a long time, until I started working with a couple other people. But I still don't just work with anyone, with any producer, because it's such an intimate thing when you're going in the studio in the small room, typically with the male, and you got to trust that person. You don't want to go into a situation where the person is trying to get you to the studio because they like you and they want to hit on you. I thank God that he always shielded me from that. I've never experienced that. Thank God. But yeah, I did work with some other people that was on a smaller level than Tracks, because Tracks, again, because he did a lot of music with a lot of big local artists such as Tom G, who's, we know him here. He's from here, but he's also bigger than just Tampa. But I worked with people who had not done tracks with bigger artists as well, going to their houses, studio in the room. But it was always good people. Thank God, it was always good people. I can always sense when it's someone who wants something else, and I won't work with those people. They would always kind of tell on themselves.
Okay.
Up. So yeah, I forgot what the question was.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah,
no, you answered it.
We were talking about digital
media.
People can hit you up and be like, come on and come do a song together, but from social media. So yeah, my whole situation was with social media, but social media still wasn't as big as it is now when I first came out. Yeah.
Okay. And so you've been doing this, you said about 10 years?
Over 10 years. Yep. Over 10 years. Over 10 years. And over 10 years ago, like I said, I was really, really, I think when I started to like die down, it's right when I started my master's program. That was like in 2014. I did an advanced master's program that you finished in 1 year instead of 2 years. So I started in 2014 and I finished in 2015. Now, while I was in grad school, I was still doing shows and everything was still big. But right when I finished my master's program, of course, that was when I started to get more and more promotions in the education world. And so I wasn't able to focus as much as on my music as I normally did. And then I ended up getting married soon after that. And I just feel like I wasn't able to focus on my music as much then as well. So I kind of, allowed myself to
Let me ask you this. Right. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. So you said you wanted to work with T-Pain if you had a choice. Mm-hmm. And I heard you say something about one of the artists had more of the song had a more spiritual. Mm-hmm. What do you think, or what genre do you think their music is in? What's the feel?
So when I first started out, one of my bigger songs back in the day was a song called Right Tonight. I was singing, but people felt like it was like a sing rap, because there was like this whole time frame of like where singers were kind of rapping and rappers were kind of singing, and it was just a whole thing. So I was like singing, but it was like a fast type of singing. So it was R&B to me, but people kind of classified it as hip hop because Tracks, I think I was one of the only singers that he was working with. So he made a lot of hip hop beats. So I sang on a lot of hip hop beats, and that's what I wanted to do at that time. Like I didn't want to sing over slow R&B beats. So I was singing on beats at that time. So I would.
I honestly think we need more R&B love songs. Tell me an artist you know of that singing like Luther and Whitney, who made you feel it. Now it's all about sex to slow songs, to slow music. It's not about the love anymore. The Johnny Gills and that kind of genre that just made you say, "Oh my God!" Even if you couldn't sing, you would use that music to your loved one and say, "This is what I wanted to say if I could sing." Where is that feel again? I miss those type of people. That's why I continuously listen to Luther Vandross. I got him on every app I have, but just because there is no one else out there like that anymore.
Yeah, because see, you look so young and beautiful, but you just showed our age difference because that was like your But no, I did like Luther, listen to Luther, because Luther was one of those people who he transcended decades. So he probably came out in the 80s, and then he had music in the 90s and in the early 2000s. So definitely, and Beyonce had a song with him called Dance with My Father. But I love Luther. I love Whitney. One of those artists from that era that I really loved to listen to was Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. So Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. I definitely have Mariah Carey songs on my playlist. Like on my love playlist, I have some Mariah Carey songs. So yeah, those were artists.
You have a love playlist. Tell me who can create a love playlist right now. Nobody can create a love playlist because her. Okay, yeah. My husband did say we had a conversation about her a while ago, and he did say that she was one. Who?
Summer Walker.
I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry. I told you Trick Dad was in my Absolutely.
Nowadays, who makes that?
Wait a minute. Somebody in the chat room is chiming in, and this is one that
somebody said Barry White.
I could not stand Barry White. I could not stand Barry White.
When I was in elementary school, Barry White song "Telling Me This and Telling Me That." That's like the song that I know about Barry White. Telling me this and telling me that. And
I could not. His voice was too deep for me. And it just, I couldn't even hear what he was saying because his voice was so deep. And people be looking at me like, "You don't like Barry White?" I'm like, "No, I do not." And I apologize.
I think back then you kind of like listened to whatever was commercialized, and that song blew up. So I remember that song when I was younger. But like I said, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Usher, who is from the 90s, the 2000s, 10s, and the 20s. So Usher, so these my people in my age bracket would be Usher, Brandy, Monica. These are our like.
Oh, Monica has some love songs. Yeah, some love songs. I wasn't feeling everybody in your genre. I'm sorry. And people,
Monica and Brandy and Usher.
I like Usher, but I don't know if I can say he had love songs.
You own one about this Usher thing. We're not even gonna get into that because me and you will be debating for the next 20 minutes about.
I like Usher, but that Super Bowl performance he could have kept.
Go on about your business, Natasha. Okay. Change the topic. Yeah,
okay,
Usher, no.
I'm gonna change the topic.
And Aaliyah, baby, Monica.
Yeah.
Usher, Aaliyah. You know what? I was looking at Wild 'N Out. I was looking at old seasons of Wild 'N Out, and that group called Soul for Real. Now they were little kids when I was a little kid in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you.
You remember them?
I'm gonna challenge you because you name all these people who have sampled all my people's music. Yeah. Create your own. Monica not the only one that I can say that she created her own, but she did a little sampling in there.
To sample old school songs. Monica and Usher have two songs together where they sample old songs. Let's straighten it out.
This at the Super Bowl.
Yep. Let's straighten out. Let's straighten it out, and then there's one other one. They're
Slow Jam. Slow Jam.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm gonna get off you on that. Okay. So what's the useless talent you have? I know you can sing, you can dance, you can model. What's the useless talent you have?
Model. Let me see. No, for real. Let me see. A useless talent. Some things you do and you don't realize it's a talent. Like I didn't realize that I was talented at being an educator until the more and more I rose, like the more promotions that I got and how easy it came. And in those interviews, if people would be like, oh, or like testing, oh, I'm a good test taker. Is that a talent? I remember when I was in high school, there were other like classes who were so studious. I thought they were like nerds, and we would go and take tests. And you could tell like they were really into it. Like they'll go and do their homework and study and all that stuff. And my home structure wasn't like that. Like my people didn't really care if I did my homework or not. But we would take those tests and I would score on their levels and end up being in the classroom with them. And they would be like stressed out, like, I took the test and I made this number. And I'm like, oh. And especially like when we were taking the ACT, taking the test to try to get into college, and they're like, oh, I scored such and such. And these kids that I know were just much more studious than me. That was when I first realized that I guess I'm just like a good test taker. And so the same thing in college. When I was in college and we were getting into like our junior and senior year, and we were taking all those, the little certifications you have to take before you graduate so you can go and be a teacher for real. And we would take these tests, and these people would be stressed out about these tests. And they'd be like, you didn't get a study guide? I'm like, I was just going to take the test. I'll get the study guide, take the test, and still score higher than them. So, yeah, I think that's a useless talent now. I'm a good test taker. Got one that me and you were trying to take.
I love the picture of you. I'm going to say this. I love picture of you. I'm digging this whole outfit because I'm gonna take me off the screen if I can, so people can see this. I gotta see if I can take off the screen right now. People can I wish I could take me off and just leave this background.
As long as you better not disappear. Don't disappear again. Okay, because I can't entertain the people. Okay. You go.
No, I was bring this back to forefront because I don't know if people know, I absolutely love this picture. I think this picture captures your emotion, captures who you are. It's like you're in stealth mode and world, here I am, see me, but I'm still a little bit humble. You know what I'm saying? I love this picture. I'm sorry. I love this picture. And out of that I've shown so far, this is my favorite. That's why I saved it for last. And yeah, I like this. What this viewer said, honey, you're gifted. And that's what it means. It just means that you're smart. It's not a useless talent. Some people had to study for their answers. That would have been me. You didn't have to study, so take it and run with it with a grain of salt, okay?
Okay, I'll take it. Because I felt like I was one of the most nonchalant students. I'm like, oh, y'all stressed out by the test? Oh, okay.
What's next? You plan on getting back into this? Do you plan on getting back and moving forward with your music? What's next for you?
So, Okay, here's the thing. I feel like every time I try to walk away from music, multiple people just always will end up getting in my DM on Instagram or Facebook, or someone will text me and they'll just, ask me something about my music and how much I inspired them and how much they miss me putting stuff out. So that's why I always end up coming back, even though I don't go hard like I used to, even though I don't see myself like blowing up anymore as a big artist. I don't. I'm sorry. But I know that, God does his thing. And so like our plans aren't God's plans anyway. Like whatever God have planned for you and what you have planned for you is two different things. And that is why I just decided this past year, I just walk by faith. Like whatever God, what you got for me next. So yes, I actually ended up doing a show. I had a show, what's the day, March 6th. The last time I actually had a show was in January. It was like the end of January in Fort Lauderdale. And then about a week or two ago, I turned down 2 shows in Fort Lauderdale because I just was like, oh my God, it's too much. It's again going back to with this work thing and this juggling, and I'm trying to sell my house, but I just thank God that he still always sends me people and he never lets me walk away from it completely. And I think currently
I think that you come to work tired for doing something that you love. Come to work tired.
And okay? I get my fix on Sundays. I sing at church now. So I still do my thing. I'm trying. My thing is like what I want to do is take a step back, and I just want to focus on developing my artists that I'm working with. One artist is Jada. Jada is a singer. She has one of those soulful church voices that everyone loves, but she wants to do R&B. She does a lot of like stuff around the neighborhood, around Tampa, but it's all like churchy stuff. And then she's trying to just like become her own artist, like as herself, not like as a person that sings. What? Go ahead.
Raise my hand. Tell Jada we need some love songs.
Yes. Well, I Ain't Mad at You. Her first 2 singles, one is called I Ain't Mad at You, and it's an ode to Tupac. I ain't mad at you. And it is like a dude broken heart. And then the other one is the other single that's going to be coming soon from her is called Toxic Love. So we've already like written these songs, recorded these songs, gifted producer. The producer, unfortunately, he passed away. That was a whole other like it was just a mind-blowing thing because he was like he used to be so amped and so dramatic, and I'm like, you gonna get me sued with this song that you're trying to have us do, and it's so the beat is so close to the Tupac beat, and he was like, no, because when I go and play this song on the stage at the Grammys, if she's gonna do this, he just had all these big dreams, but he did pass away. We anyway, so yeah, Jada. And then my other artist, another artist who was wanting to work with me more, and I'm just trying to see what we're gonna do. Her name is Becca. So yeah, that's like what I want to do is be in the background and like be an executive artist. But what God keeps presenting me is people keep wanting me to come and sing and keep wanting me to come and get on the stage. And as it comes and as I'm invited, if I can do it, I'm doing it. I do have one song in my back pocket that I wrote for other artists, but the other artists, 2 different artists recorded the songs, and each time with 2 different producers, they're like, you need to sing the song. You need to sing the song, because I would get in the booth and I would do the reference for the singers that were doing it. And every time the singers and the producers would be like, no, that's your song. That's your song. You need to do it. So
when you calling, you can't deny it. So just stop fighting.
And it is a love song too. It is an R&B love song. I might put out just to like as a last little, whatever. Like go ahead and get this out so I can focus on these events. But I don't know. Again, you have your plans, and then God has His plans. And I just walk.
Hey, for me, I need more love songs out there because there's not many out there. Everybody just wants to bump and grind. Okay, so I want some love songs. Okay, there you go. So now I hear you saying you have your artist. If somebody wants to do this, get into this business, they have no idea how to pursue this, what's your advice to them?
Just put it on social media, sing a cover, make a video, and put it on social media. See how the people receive you.
Okay.
I would also say go around and do go do some karaoke. See how the people receive you. See if you're
Right.
capable of, or if you're capable of connecting with an audience and capable of building a fan base, and just see how the people respond to you.
So,
Put your music out and be confident in it. And then once you actually do it, like connect with people, send it to people, like send it to people's
okay.
inboxes, DM it to people, send it to people's DM on Instagram, send it to the people's DM on Facebook, send them your YouTube link, and just keep doing it. And you know, if you're talented, people are going to gravitate to the talent, and if they resonate with you, they're gonna gravitate to it. And then if you know you're doing that for a year or two and no one connects with you, then maybe that's not your calling.
Okay.
If you're doing
Well,
those
listen.
putting yourself out there on social media and you're sending your stuff to people, and you know you're doing all that, and no one has connected with you in a couple years, that's probably not your calling.
Yep. I
But
feel
I would
you.
say do
Now,
those things.
listen.
Though. Do those things to see.
I have been waiting through all of the technical difficulties because what people don't know, I've known you for a few years now. I've known that you've been talented, but I've never heard your talent. So back away from that microphone because I want you to belt out as much as you can right now. Give us a little taste of Shae, okay?
This lady wants me to sing live. I've been
I
drinking.
do. I do want you to sing. So a little taste of Shae. That's what.
I'll do one of my songs. I'll do God's Hands, the hook. The hurt, the pain, the guilt, the shame. He'll take it all away. Just put it in God's hands. Just put it in God's hands. The hurt, the pain, the guilt, the shame. He'll take it all away. Just put it in God's hands. Just put it in God's hands. If you want me to name artists,
I'm tearing up because I can't sing, and God knows I have always wanted to sing. He did not give me that talent. My voice is so raspy. Oh my God. So I talk a lot. This is why I do this, because you know what? If I could sing, I don't care. I would not be doing what I am doing right now.
And if I had the gift of gab, I'll be at the top. You got the gift of gab, so you're good.
No, I don't. I'm trying to take this gab and just do whatever, but God, I'm trying to tell you right now, this chick can sing. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want her to be in the background. I want to see you blow up, because it takes some people who have true talent a little longer for people to catch on. So never lose sight of your dream. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I could do this, what you could do, just a little bit of what you could do, honey, I would not be doing this. I promise you. I promise
You'd have walked away from education a long time ago and went full force into the music. Like
I would have never gone into education if I could sing. I would have never gone into education. So see, there's sometimes we play it safe.
Yeah.
Because it's safe.
Yeah.
And I've always been a safe person, but I don't know what my talents are at the age of 51. I honestly do not know what my talents are. So therefore, I keep searching. I keep asking people, what am I good at? Because
your
I'm gonna be honest,
talent is connecting with people, making them feel great about themselves, uplifting people, encouraging people, and motivating people. That's your talent.
That's a talent. How can I get paid for that?
With what you're doing right now. With what you're doing right now. With what you're doing in education, and with what you do on this podcast.
Okay.
You'll make a great. You'll make a great. In fact, keep talking, and now the next event, I'll be calling you to be the host.
Oh, I would be there. I would love to do it. I would love. I've done one live event, and if I had the equipment that I probably needed, I think it would have been awesome, because the young man asked me to come and be like the red carpet person, anchor, and
great at that.
I absolutely enjoyed myself. He said to me, "You are my hype girl."
I might have something for you. One of my good friends are putting together a show. It's like a real estate nonprofit type of situation, red carpet, whatever is happening in April, because they just asked me to hit up like this big artist that they know that I'm connected with to perform, and I'm gonna ask them about you hosting on the red carpet.
They need somebody on red carpet. This girl will be there. I would be there because I love to talk. I don't meet any strangers. I love to talk to people. As
You
people
do
was
not
walking
meet a
by,
stranger.
I
That's one
don't.
thing about you Leos. That's one thing I notice about a lot of Leos. Y'all don't meet a stranger.
I do not. And I will talk to anybody. It doesn't matter. I will talk to homeless people because at some point in your life, we're not homeless. So that's just me.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, I am so stoked. I am going to find T-Pain. I'm going to send him this and I'm going to tell him that you want to talk to him. Oh, you think I'm joking? I save all of my videos. Yep, I save all my videos to my hard drive. So I'll find T-Pain, take out that one little clip of you singing, that one little clip of you saying you want to work with T-Pain, put them together and send it to him and be like, T, hit up my girl, okay?
Oh my God, you just made me think about one time a while ago. Now, this is a long time ago. I was probably in college or so. And I went to Tallahassee. It was a weekend. I can't remember what was going on that weekend, but it was a weekend that I was supposed to open for. It was either Mystical or Juvenile.
Ooh.
Not Chub. Was it Chubby's? Oh, I opened for Lil Webby before at Chubby's, but this wasn't Chubby's. This was a full weekend of events, and I think one night I was going to open for Webby, but something happened at Chubby's where I didn't ever come out on stage. Something happened with this promoter. So the promoter said, okay, well, you can open up tomorrow. But then that same promoter had me come like another time. And I think it was Mystical or Juvenile. I admit I got there too late because my friend paid to get my makeup done. And it was like a whole, like, it was bad. But anyway, when I was there that weekend, I was in a parking lot and I must have was giving out my CDs or something. I probably walked in a gas station and I was coming out and I was like, oh, here's my CD or whatever, as I'm going to the car. And this one dude, he was like, oh, you sing? Well, sing for me right now. If you sing for me right now, I'll give you $50. You telling me to sing, that's what that made me think about. This one dude, he's probably a dope boy. So I don't know. He was like, sing for me right now in the parking lot and I'll give you $50. And that, baby, I started singing so hard. I think I sang Amazing Grace, something. Yeah, I got them little 60 seconds.
Okay. See, I'm telling you, if I was had that kind of talent, y'all be sick of me, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna bring other people's interests up to the forefront because you know what? The only talent I know I have is talking a lot. And my husband say you do that a lot, so I'm just gonna use it and run with it. Listen. Young lady, T-Pain is gonna hear you. He's gonna see you, and I just want you to hang on for just a second. I'm gonna close out this show, but I really want to talk to you behind stage because we are going to make that happen where I am on somebody's red carpet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So if we say, I'll call the guy right now. Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna take you off, and when I come back, we're gonna talk behind stage. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. First, I want to thank my amazing guest, Mrs. Shae Allen. I want to thank her for being here. March is Women's Month as well as Endometriosis Awareness Month. Next week, I will be discussing endometriosis. Please email me at scurry.latasha@gmail.com if you or someone you know is interested in educating us on the topic of endometriosis, okay? I'm looking for a doctor. I'm looking for people who've had it and want to educate others. Just hit me up at scurry.latasha@gmail.com. www.shaeallen.com. I'm always looking for extraordinary people with an extraordinary story to tell. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel, Domesticated Diva, and watch Facebook on Sunday nights for upcoming shows. I'm Latasha Scurry. Thank you for watching. See you later. Good night.